Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy Evolution Deluxe Detritus figure. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to have a look at all of his accessories, how you can use them and indeed combine them. We're going to do a comparison with, of course, his original, I was going to say Generation 1 self, but he was released slightly later, even though you can tell, of course, he is using the Hound mold. And because of that reason, we can have a look at the Hound mold from Siege, which of course this is a heavy retooling from, also a little bit like the Orion Pax figure, so we can just see how the mold has evolved, and of course bring some other figures in from the same toy line just to see how they all display together. So as you can see, quite a bit to get through with this video. So as I start to pop all these back, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And the other thing is to thank In Demand Toys in the UK, which is where I purchased this from, and as you can see, they got him to me nice, quickly and safely. Right, let's have a look at this figure, and I personally am really excited for this one. I know he's not probably one of the most favourite figures, or one of the most sought after, shall we say, as my poll proved. I did a poll on who, which figures you wanted to see reviewed, and he wasn't very high up on it. Now he is of course a redeco of Hound, and he always was, but he's got a great backstory. He's a mercenary. He's not, I suppose, as bad as Double Dealer and of course Punch and Counter Punch, but he deals with both sides. And the good thing is you can see this here, you've got the Autobot logo there, then on the back you've got the Decepticon logo. So it's just a great sort of character story, and I like things like that, to be honest. Overall though, the figure, I like the colour scheme, I like the desert sort of colours. They just seem to really work. The head sculpt looks really good. You've got articulation on it. It looks up and down ever so slightly. The arms will go right out to the side. They will spin all the way around. They will swivel at the top of the shoulder. There's bicep flexion. There is a wrist swivel as well. There is a waist swivel. The legs will kick pretty much out like that, just past the point of the splits. And also, will they come out to the side? Yeah, they'll come out to the side until they're stopped there. You've got a swivel pretty much there at the hip. You can see where that's going to spin around. You've got a knee bend, an ankle tilt and a rock. Now I know that a few of the viewers on here are not going to be happy with the gaps in the back, but I've got to show them out to you guys because they are there. So from the front he looks really good, from the back no denying there's a few gaps there. His accessories, he comes with quite a few actually. Some of these of course have been used, you'll have seen already in the Toxitron Jazz Collector figure, but these are just redecoed versions of them, and they do look really cool. But as far as first impressions go, I'm really liking him. The gold on the grille, the painted headlights, as I say, the fact you've got both faction symbols on it is great. I can't wait to get the weapons on him and do some display ideas, but before we do that, we've got to have a quick look at him in his alternate mode. So we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode already. Quick apologies, no transformation process in this video. That is because I have separately uploaded it and to keep the main length of this video down. So if you want to watch it, you can, and if you didn't want to see it, obviously you won't have to. So the alternate mode is, again, you can tell it's going to be Hound, but we still are waiting for that elusive Earth mode Hound figure. I really like it. As I said in the first part, I think it looks good. All of the wheels, as you can see, are on individual pins, so they will move around no problem whatsoever. I like the fact you've actually got the silver in the middle, and of course the tyre colour on the outside. Maybe they could have done a little bit better with I suppose hiding the arm, but the good thing is you can't directly tell it's an arm. If you turn the fists perhaps the other way as well, you won't even be able to tell that it is in fact his his fists. Chairs perhaps again could have been a little bit better, but maybe I'm being a little bit pedantic for what is of course just a basic deluxe figure. We've already had a quick look at the Decepticon logo there, which looks spectacular, and again there's enough moulding detail on the front to be able to see the grille, the headlights, and I suppose another few parts on here to identify that it is of course a Jeep. Right, with regards to the accessories, what we can do is we can again put this little bit on top of there, we can put that in the back, and of course we can pop this one on this side. One thing to be aware of, these are painted. It is just normally translucent, which you can tell, and what I'm probably doing is what I'm showing you to be aware of, that you probably will end up rubbing the paint off when you pop it in and out of all of the 5mm ports. But again, have a look, we've got another 2 ports on each side. So the brilliance of these figures is the fact that you can do all of this. Well, I'm just bringing up him for a size comparison for you. So again, he is quite a small, he always was a small figure, as I've said, even in G1. There you go with regards to length. But the main reason I'm pulling him up is because I've got his 2 accessories here, and these are just normal accessories. I'm sure, you know, people like Bob Bender will do some spectacular things with these figures, adding, you know, fossilizers, battle masters, etc. But even that looks pretty cool. I'm sure you'll agree. You've got the nice purple and black for the Decepticon colors, which just works on there. And again, any other accessories that you can find from any of the other figures will indeed and in fact work. So there we have it. As I say, not really much more to show you with the alternate mode. I'm just going to bring up another one from the same toy line, and this one's about the same size, to be honest. But of course you can do the same with this. You don't have to have it there. You can mix and match these on the sides if you want to. And because obviously the Evo Fusion, which you're going to see in the robot mode, there's no reason at all why I can't show it you now, which is just the accessories combining. So I'm going to show you that, because as I say, we might as well. And all it is you take this part off. This would then go there like so, and you've got a larger, I suppose, cannon as well, so you could put that coming over the side. It wouldn't look too bad. Just another quick, I suppose, couple of comparisons is there's the Micromasters from Earthrise, so it's much bigger than that, as you'd expect. And funny enough, I've got a G1 boss there as well, so it's funny enough about that sort of size. But that's all there is definitely to say about the alternate mode. We're going to come back for the final time in robot, and we're going to do some display ideas and some comparisons. So here we are then, back for the final time, back in his robot mode, and let's see what we can do with regards to his accessories and how they look. So I'll once again just very quickly do the Evo Fusion, because it is a bit better when he's in his robot mode. As you can see, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, but it will look better, and I think it'll look better. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be copying how they've got him on the back of the box. So they've got these 2 weapons separate, like so. Have they got that way around? Yep, yes they have. And then what I like is the fact that you can then attach this little bit onto there, and it just tends to really work. It just gives him that whole different look. Obviously, if you want him to look like the original Generation 1 self, then you've got to pretty much take one of these, which again you can, by the looks of this, you can pop this over his shoulder. Sorry, I did refer to him again as Generation 1, but of course I mean that he's using the Generation 1 mold. This is of course using the Generation 1 mold. That's the newer color from the reissues, but again you can see it's pretty much, well, it is the same, just different colors and different tampographs. And again, there's the rocket launcher on at the top. But now I've seen that on his, I'm not too sure exactly how I want it to go. I think, to be fair though, I'll go back with my original idea and put one in each hand. But again, if we have a look, we've got back of the forearm, shoulder, we've got the front there, either side of the top, well, the bottom part of the shin. There's an abundance of places to attach all of the accessories. If I quickly move him out of the way and bring in, again, different, I suppose, variations of the mold, you can see how much they retooled it for Orion packs. Back of the legs is pretty much still the same. Upper torso is very different, whereas this one is again just looks like the torso and indeed a bit of the legs, but the overall main aesthetics are pretty much the same. Right, let's just move these out of the way, and let's bring in some of the other figures that are in the same toy line. So there's another deluxe figure, so she's quite small as well. Here is the Voyager Bludgeon, and again, I know I've got his sword there, it's just so I can do these quick displays without knocking all the rest of the figures over. And indeed there is of course Leader Class, which, yeah, you can clearly see just about fits in the picture, which is good, so you can get a good idea of his size there. With regards to some other figures, I've just got a quick few more comparisons to do. To be honest, in fact, I've got this guy open. I've not done the video yet, but I might as well pop him up here. I suppose sneak peek for the video coming up. There he is. There's Core Class Snarl, and we'll do some, in fact, I'll bring in Core Optimus, and then I'll bring in some smaller third-party figures just while I'm here doing that. So that is Doctor Wu, that is New Age, this is Iron Factory, and then last but not least, I'm going to bring in Magic Square. So this won't, again, scale with any of these. It's just to give you an idea of how big he is if you don't collect mainline figures. Right, other quick figures then. Generation 1 Prime, Bumblebee from Generation 1 as well. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. There's not much more to show you. I've said a few times that I like him. Maybe I'm slightly biased because I do really like the Ehobby version, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed looking at him too, and let me know in the comments if you think this is one that you're going to go for as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.